STS, deprogram for a reason, because I had to get rid of that old programming that really took my life away. It's real life shit. That's why I'm here today. And yeah, we're back with Lady Crown, and we don't stay down, we stay up, and we don't chat pop, but it's not real talk. It's another midweek catch up, and trust me, I got a lot of energy right now because I've really been tapping in every single second. And trust me, shout outs to my older Mass T out there, shout outs to Auntie Jackie Divine out there. Those two entities, trust me, they got that energy. And we don't even need to talk too much because, like I like to say, it's spiritual, real life shit that I'm dealing with. Trust me. And when you have those type of connections, yeah, your action will speak louder than your words. You get it? You know, one of them ones there. A lot of people act absurd, but the real ones can see through it. Real life. And yeah, man, everyone that's tapped into this video, you're connecting with the divine, and we send you infinite blessings and love, you know? And also, yeah, this is key. This is what's really helped me on my journey. Focusing my energy on long-term benefits instead of short-term pleasures, you know? And trust me, the patient one receives all the benefits of life, you know? I used to be impatient when I was a young gun, innit, Lady Crown?
Yep.
And trust me, I transition my energy now to consciousness. And when you really become conscious, you're conscious of your thought, your emotions, and your feelings, baby. Oh yeah. Shout out to Neville Goddard out there. The feeling is a secret. And when I really got the right information for my brain to analyze, break down, and realize I need to change everything, trust me, I took a holistic approach. This is why I show every single face with no disgrace, because I really love myself wholeheartedly, and I want it for others out there, G. It's real life shit. A lot of people don't understand this, and it's consciousness, man. Trust me, when you realize that your consciousness is creating your reality, you tap in, man. Real life. Shouts to everybody out there. Enough love, man. Really feel this. Real passion for this, man. Keep on raising your energy. Remember this. You're the star in your movie if you pick yourself first and foremost, you know? Then everybody else can be a reflection of that, the way you treat them. Because remember this, the way another treats you is just a reflection on how they feel about themselves. Remember that. So don't take things personally. Remember, it's internal. And remember, you can always control your internal state. You know, when you really tap in every single second, just like me. Real life shit that I'm dealing with. Consistency is the key to victory. Shout out to all my soul connections out there. You know who you are, because our energy resonates with your aura. You know what I mean? Trust me. Real life, man. Trust me, I really feel this, man. Enough love to all of you out there. Remember that you got the power when you really tap in. Trust me, don't let anybody judge you. You're the greatest judge. Remember that. And the universe. You're the greatest judge. Trust me. Because you are the universe within. Remember that. Trust me. Don't let anyone bring you down. Because like I said on the Real Talk, there's many energy vampires out here. And you got to keep composed. You got to keep strong out here. And you got to, and key thing, I got to say his name because it's on my mind right now. Shouts to David Goggins out there. Real life, man. Really helped me with my shadow, man, because I have to go through certain things I don't even speak about on camera, because trust me, I ain't no gossiper. I'm real to the core. Real life. So I'm focusing on what best serves me, going back to focusing your energy. When you focus your energy on long-term benefits and what serves you, you change the whole game, not only for self, everybody around you. And shout out to the chickens out there, they can feel this energy. Trust me. Oh my God, when you really tap into your shadow, let me tell you, everything changes for you, you know, because you're transforming your darkness into light.
I'm coming.
Trust me.
Can't wait to be fed.
Trust me. And them hungry like what? You know, they'll walk up then damn out. But yeah, big ups to all of you out there. I had to really get that energy off me because, like I like to say, self-expression is key because suppression is depression. And when I really got to that mental state, everything changed for me because I realized it's about my perception first and foremost, because that creates my reality. And remember this, I'm going to bring Lady Crown in now. The way you think is the way you live. And when you think big, oh my God, you live big, real life. And when you get to that mental state there, you'll realize that, trust me, it's all about tapping into your inner first, then your outer will match that reality. Blessings to all of you.
Stop whispering to me. Got some husband whispering in my ear. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. We're overcast today, but as we arrived here at the allotments, who's trying to poke his head out, her
Yeah,
head
yeah.
out.
I mean,
Don't you?
Ra's got. He's coming. Yeah.
I mean, Ray.
Abba Ray's coming out now.
Yeah.
Shouts to Beaky out there.
And as we arrive, as soon as we're in the car park, Beaky start make up inlays. I think he's making more noise up for his dad. His dad's been away for a long
Shouts to
time
CK
now.
out there.
So it's time for you to come home, Daddy. Yeah, your chickens are missing you. Never mind about me. Your chickens them are missing you. Eh?
Woo!
They don't understand that you've had to go away and take care of business. You know what I mean? They just want to know. So where am there? That's yeah, Beaky, no? Where am there? Yes, people. So give thanks for the beautiful day, because it is an amazing day. Let's not forget about the people, our brothers and sisters all over the world, going through all kinds of madness at the minute, in this matrixed off world. These so-called fires, and people in Maui, you've got people in California. I don't know what country in the world is not actually going through some sort of turmoil at the moment. Floodings in Nevada and Las Vegas. It's just real mayhem on the planet. And like we spoke of before about the birthing and rebirthing process, that you know what I mean, sometimes some people go through, it's like, oh yeah, one push and the baby was out, and other people say, oh God, I was in labor for 30 hours, oh, it nearly killed me, and all of them things. That this is a whole world, it's a global thing. And this month of September is when things are going to be really, really more apparent to those who still kind of like a bit in a slumber, and not quite.
Sorry, can I just cut in? Sorry, just because it's before the 10-minute mark, hopefully. We had some technical difficulties on Monday with the Real Talk. This is why it didn't get uploaded on TikTok. You know what I mean? Just thought I'd get that message out there. It's on my mind, innit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, Karen.
I think the recording was corrupted somehow, because we've uploaded other things on both phones, and it's been fine.
Yeah, we tried to upload it about 10 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't upload.
But it's SDS 002 on YouTube.
No, STSD program.
STSD program with a hyphen between the D and after the DE hyphen program 002. So you can go onto YouTube and watch all of the midweeks and the Real Talks. They're all there. So just hop over there. Biggest tapping eyes.
Yeah, trust me, you'll get your food soon, man.
Terrible.
You'll walk up in mouth.
Yeah. So last night, I went to watch the Sound of Freedom with my daughter Alicia. It was the video, the cinema that we went to, we had to go right up to the top floor, and they put us in this really great big cinema, which I thought, oh, it's great, brilliant. But then they flung on the AC. It was as cold as being in the freaking fridge, the whole movie. I think it was really to make us uncomfortable, because when I got home, I was looking at other people that in other places, especially in America, where they said they went to watch it, and I think in like California, I mean, they've got some serious heat over there, and they were told, the cinema was packed out, and they were told that the air conditioning wasn't working. So imagine them sitting through like a 2-hour movie, sweltering. So it seems as if even though they're showing it, they don't want you to be too comfortable. They're not going to promote it like, I think that the Barbie movie was talked about all over the place. People going to see the Barbie movie. And, the Sound of Freedom, which is a movie that was written filmed and recorded 5 years ago, but only just released on the 4th of July, in America. Because it talks about the real life story of this agent who worked for the government, who tracked down pedophiles and incarcerated them and did what was necessary. But what they didn't do was actually get any of the children back. It was the man that was enabling it that they would track and pursue and incarcerate. This time it turned into a different scenario, but the agent, his name was Tim Ballard, literally had to walk away from his job to do what he did in terms of rescuing these I think it was quite a few children, 54, and then another 120 in Colombia. And it's it's one of those movies that, because I've known about these things for many, many years, and then people have looked at me like, oh, you're crazy, surely things like this are happening. Yeah, they are, and they show you all the time, when the likes of the Jimmy Savile comes to light, but he's got to be dead before you get that information. And there's lots and lots of people in higher places, your royals and all the rest of it, whatever you want to call them, they are involved in this this pedophilic lifestyle. That's what they do. You know, our most vulnerable, our most precious, you know, the Creator's creation has been trafficked, sold into sex slavery, and you know, people just don't want to acknowledge it, talk about it, unless it's, you know, it's impacted on them and their families, and it might become an issue. It's something that we're all responsible for, because you know, we're all our brothers and sisters keeper, and the most vulnerable are our young ones, you know, our younglings, as Matthew and Janine like to call them, your younglings. They're ours to protect and care for and cherish and love and nurture. And you know, when you've got 2 million young children being trafficked globally around the world, 1.5 billion in terms of this, the paper money that exchanges hands for these. I can't get my mind around how people could do something like this and actually go and lie down and sleep after kidnapping people's children. I will use the word children, even though you out there know what I'm talking about. Children, and selling them as a commodity to be abused in the most horrific manner. You know, it was Krishnamurti who said that there's no measure of health for a society that's for
a society that's profoundly well adjusted
adjusted
to a sick society.
How can that be? And that's what we've become adjusted to a profoundly sick society.
Yeah.
Because it's words fail me, because I've spoken about this on many occasions, and I went to see the movie, and trust me, this is a really tamed down version. I think Mel Gibson was one of the directors who wrote The Passion of the Christ, and this is it had to be. I mean, I think it's 15 and upwards. Obviously they're not going to show you scenes of, you know, children being horribly and horrifically abused. They're not going to do that, but you just have to use your imagination as a grown man or a grown woman, and you with your own younglings, your boys and girls, your sons and daughters, and thinking about them at 5 and 6 years old being taken from you and trafficked, and the horrendous things that would happen to them. It's a movie that everybody should go and see, especially for the normies. And I say normies, people that really kind of go, what's she talking about? Go and watch the movie. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. You know, when the iceberg is showing through the ocean and people say it's huge and it's humongous iceberg, just think about what's beneath the water. Yeah, just think about mountain beneath that water. All you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg. And in every country, every city, every state, every province, you name it, these things are happening. Children are being abused. And if we don't stand up and fight for our children, fight for our sons and daughters, our boys and girls, because they're part of us, we're all interconnected. If we don't do this, then I don't know what's the purpose for us being here. To go along, to get along, to jump when Master says jump, or come along for your number 6 shot because there's a new variant out there. That's all we're going to do. Worry about ourselves and keeping ourselves safe. No. You people say, well, what can I do? How can I stop this? Well, you won't be able to do what Tim Ballard did, you know, because this man was a trained agent. He knew what he was doing, but he risked life and limb to rescue these children. Trust me, that's why you need to go and watch the movie. But you can do something, because you use your throat chakra. You can speak out against those that you know, what you know to be wrong. Everybody knows in the UK and far beyond that Jimmy Savile was the best friends with Prince Charles, who's now King Charles. Best friends. You can say that because that's the fact. Well, you're as guilty as who you're associated with. Well, you can't say that he didn't know that Jimmy Savile did these things. Come on, fam. We all know. But people refuse to acknowledge it and refuse to speak about it. Still get caught up in Love Island, Coro, you know, all the other soaps and all the other distractions that you get on Netflix and Prime and all the rest of it. Netflix refused to show it, and Amazon Prime refused to show this movie that came out 5 years ago, because it was done and made 5 years ago. But these two platforms that they could have gone on to refused to show it. But they'll have something on where there's a young girl that's impregnated by some devil character on the Disney Channel. That's fine. That can get shown on Netflix and Amazon Prime, but not something like this, which is a true story. And it's not just happening then. It's been happening for thousands of years. Don't get me wrong. This has been happening for thousands of years. But with modern day technology and information, we now know what's happening. So it is incumbent upon us to do something, say something. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's what we're here for, to protect the most vulnerable, not to go along to get along and to turn the blind eye and pretend that, that don't look right, but I'm not going to say anything. No, it's for us to do something. So I implore you all to go out and watch that movie, because they're not promoting it, and I think they've already shown it for 5 days. I think Barbie went on for however long it went on for, and made how many 500 odd billion or million in box office sales. A shitty movie about some plastic doll that's been sexualized anyway, turned from a little doll into some raunchy type looking woman with her man Ken. You can see the programming, and this is what they've got your young ones going to watch. All it's doing is sexualizing them, because what she looks like, they're going to want to look like. Because remember, this Barbie is presented as a little doll, with long flowing hair and eye makeup and lipstick. What do you think that's doing to the minds of your young ones, especially your daughters? Think about it. Come in, my youth.
Yeah, we need to gain body awareness, We need to realize that the body is always in a natural state of homeostasis. So when you got a cold, it's actually good for you. Don't get... What the fuck's...
She's talking to you.
Don't get, cough syrup and medicines and that, because all that does is suppress your body's own healing immune system kicking in. So we need to realize that this body is a great special system that's always working for us. And when you sneeze, you're trying to sneeze out mucus, you know what I mean? So we need to stop taking these medicines that...
not medicines. Potions.
Yeah, that's more correct. That are actually suppressing our healing capabilities within. We need to realize that we need to gain this body awareness, because one thing I realized from my journey is that when you connect with your body, you change the whole game, because now you're no longer externalizing your power to the matrix that causes many tricks. The reason why they want you to always look outside of yourself is because if you do, then you lose your power. I mentioned it before, but I'm going to mention it again. I never forget that scene in The Matrix where Morpheus introduces Neo to martial arts. And that was one of his first training, to gain that body awareness in order to really become the one. Because if you really want to be a chosen one out of here, you have to have body awareness. You've got to be aware of self first and foremost. You've got to realize how smart this system is when you tap into it, because there's so much information stored within us. The Akashic records, for example. You know how much information stored in our DNA?
Your DNA, yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got everything in here. And we have access to it if we tap in. There's remote viewers out there. Shouts to Penny Kelly out there. Channelers who can channel spirit guides. Remember that spirit? The Indian
Shaman.
brother.
Yes.
Oh my, the things that we can do is amazing. This is the original tech.
Yeah.
We use this system to build the pyramids. Our mind,
That's still standing.
To this day.
And have never been replicated.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? And built in alignment with the star constellation. What does that tell you?
We are the god and goddesses on this planet.
Yep.
And we're just in a state of amnesia, a lot of us, not all of us.
Yeah.
And we need to wake back up and realize that we got the power,
Yeah.
So realize that it's all about body awareness first. And you know why body awareness is so key? Because if you have body awareness, then you can be aware outside of you as well. This is why, and you clocked on, the people that do martial arts, they got this discipline about them. Not just with the body, with life.
Yeah.
Because it's all interconnected. If you got discipline within here, you're going to have discipline out there. The way you treat others, because you treat yourself like that. This is why I love saying everything starts from within, man. You have to realize that body awareness is key, because without your health, you haven't even got real wealth. You haven't
got anything.
You haven't got real wealth, because imagine being a billionaire, not being able to... You get it?
To spend it, to get off your bed,
to get off your
to
bed,
walk, to talk.
So it doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
You know what I mean? So it really comes down to self first and foremost, man. We need to learn biochemistry. We need to learn psychology. We need to learn about economics. We need to learn about things that are going to elevate us way above this 3D plane, because there's entities like 19 Keys, Billy Carson, many people that have shown people
Yeah.
you can live a great life and come from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, because those two entities there, they came from the bottom. Trust me, and they rose right to the top, and they showed everybody that you can do it. But you have to have great work ethic. Great work ethic. You know, David Goggins speaks about this. You have to have brutal work ethic. This lady here, her work ethic is tremendous. The way she can live her life and help so many people while helping herself, she's a great alchemist. She's a great alchemist because it takes a certain energy field to do that. You know, not many people can do this. Being of service to others and self at the same time. Not many people can do this, and that's that billionaire mindset. And shouts to my older Master T out there once again. He said yesterday to me, just to stop my thought patterns right now. He said yesterday to me, this is so true. He said, listen, when you gain a billionaire mindset, my youth, people can no longer use you. Think about that. People no longer can use you. You know why? Because now you're of use to them. You're the service provider. You're no longer just allowing people to take the piss out of you. You know, I remember Dame Dash saying, you want to get to a point where you can tell people to fuck off. And I get what he's saying. And like you say, in the nicest possible way. And I get what he's saying because he's talking about having that mentality where, nah, fam, I'm taking authority. I'm being the boss of my life. I'm not allowing you to take the piss out of me and use you. Use me and bleed my soul, bleed my energy for your benefit. Forget that shit. When you gain that billionaire mindset, yeah, everything changes for you, man. Because you'll realize how many people haven't got it. Think about that. Trust me. Because there's only a select few on this planet that's got that type of mindset, man. You know what I mean? So you separate yourself from the crowd. This is why I love saying energy don't lie. Because when you got this big energy field, you'll realize how many people haven't got it, man. I remember my mentor, Ralph Smart, out there mentioning a lot of people are faking the funk. Think about that. They're faking the funk. They're putting a persona on how, like, they got this energy, but they haven't, because energy don't lie, fam. You have to work on your energy field, man. It's so crucial for you to work on your energy, man, because like I like to say, actions speak louder than words. And this lady here, yeah, her action, even though she can talk a lot, her action says way more than she speaks. We're only speaking on this because it's a podcast. Her action through the day, and she's doing something right now that I'm not even going to mention, but she will mention it within a couple weeks. Action. That's all I gotta say. I'm not even going to mention it, but she's doing something that most people wouldn't do. You know what I mean? Shouts to my auntie Jackie out there. Now I feel lighter, fam.
You should do.
Yeah.
All praises to the Most High.
Hi, Jah Rastafari. You're done.
Without whom nothing would exist on this plane that we're on, this planet, this globe, flat, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I'm going to come off it, come look down on it to say, well, oh yeah, it looks round to me. So, you know, just be humble, be grateful, live a life of love and abundance. But most of all, please, this month especially, you can see what's happening, you know, how many schools are talking about now got concrete that's all of a sudden started to crumble. You know, you've got your parents who can't wait to get their kids back into school now, being told, said that, boy, you better come take them card. We're not sure when it's going to open back. It's just showing you the whole banking system is collapsing. The food imports and exports are starting to slow down because, listen, if you've got to feed your people, what about side? Yeah, send your food, go get to another country for a piece of promissory note, because remember, it's not real money. So it's all starting to slow down. So what you can go in and buy today, you might not be able to buy tomorrow. We've all been telling you for the last couple of years to buy extra and put on, because, you know... Hi up, my darling!
Yes, bro.
Bless you. You know, buy extra and just so you've got something, because the last thing you want to be doing is feeling hungry, which is what probably billions of people over the world get up and feel every day. But, you know, because you've been in the West and we've had this privileged lifestyle, we just think that, you know, we're entitled, you know, that there's always going to be something on the shelves. That's not going to be the case. You know, it will change. It already is changing. We've already seen the inflation with the prices. We've seen interest rates go up on your death pledge. I mean, people that bought their mortgages 2-3 years ago with a 2% interest rate, fantastic. They could manage to pay back a £250,000 death grip. Now that's nearly 8%. So if you were paying £1,000, now it's 4,000 when you come out of your 3 year. How are you going to manage that? They're not going to. So you're going to see massive repossessions. All those cars on high purchase and lease, they're going to come and crepe them all back because you won't be able to afford it. Live within your means. You know what I'm saying? There's things out there that you need. That's what you need to go and buy, not what you want. You get what I'm saying?
What you need, like I was saying at the start, long-term benefits.
Exactly.
Instead of short-term pleasures.
Exactly.
We need to harness our energy and focus on what best serves us,
Yeah.
because we're in a world where people are heavily distracted. We were talking about earlier, becoming bots, becoming a representation of the matrix with the AI.
Yeah.
Because the AI is controlling a lot of people, Even Dr. Joe Dispenza was talking about he doesn't want AI to take control of this world. He wants the human spirit to do it.
Yeah.
The man and woman spirit, however you want to say it.
It has to be that.
It has to be that because we are the gods and goddesses.
Yeah.
We don't want AI to become that.
No.
You get it?
No, we don't want to do what what's his name, Novel Harari said. Some World Economic Forum puppet. To be, they now have the technology to hack the human.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Novel Harari. Yeah. You've got
they had that technology.
Yeah. To hack you, so they see us as what? When you're talking about hacking, when somebody hacks a computer or hacks a database, we're nothing. We're soulless. We don't have soul. We have nothing. We're just now. Excuse me. We're not hackable. Come on. And it's people like that need to need to be dealt with in a way that they don't cause harm to the rest of us, men and women trying to live our lives the way that the Creator meant us to. You know what I mean? To be here for one another. To we're gonna, like I said before, the communities and your soul tribe has to come together, will come together, because that's when you're going to see the real love pour out, because when we are in need, we'll come together. You know what I'm saying? We'll share what it is we have, because if we are reliant on the powers that be, when I say that, I mean the ones that have been in control for the longest time, to actually determine whether you have something to eat, where you sleep, and all the rest of those things, you're in a world of pain. And these people, they don't give a shit. They really don't. Giving you 6 months grace on your death grip, or you just pay mortgage interest only for 6 months. What difference is that going to make after the 6 months if your death grip has gone from 1,000 to 4,000 in a month, and your earnings have stagnated? What difference is it going to make? None. You're gonna have to hand back the keys, because you won't be able to defend it, because those of you out there already know that when you autographed or signatured that piece of that loan agreement for your death grip, that was securitized, and that's what paid for the house in the first place. It's already yours, but you don't know how to defend it, because you've been caught up in the matrix lifestyle and gone along to get along because of the programming. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, we were there. I was there.
Nearly all.
That's why I can speak like this, because I was where you guys are.
It can relate.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But not anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore, because we changed.
Yeah.
And
I ain't no bonded slave.
Change,
I am no bonded slave. The Crown copyright owned that name. That's not me. You get what I'm saying? This is me, the living flesh and blood woman.
You don't know.
Lady Crown.
Real life.
Simple as that. Simple as that. Know who you are, what you are, and how powerful you are. We are, oh my goodness.
We're so powerful beyond measure. There's no ruler.
There are, trust me, outside of the City of London, there are no laws, nothing, no statutes, no acts that affect any living man or woman, because the City of London is its own little country with its own rules and everything like that. Outside of that, there aren't any, because after they joined the European Union, everything went to hell in a handbasket. So there's no laws in this country. There's acts and statutes, and they get you to believe that you've committed an offence because you parked your car on a double yellow line. Whip to do Basil. Who did you hurt by doing that? Nobody. But it's another way to collect revenue. Send you a letter with your all caps name, and then you pay it. I went to watch that movie last night, and I parked up right in the heart of town, in one of the parking bays. Went about my business. There's 3 traffic wardens, or what you want to call them, ticket people walking towards me. When I got out of my car and locked the door, and I just carried on going where I was going. I didn't even look back. What am I looking back for? 2 hours later, I come back to my car. Okay, no ticket. Why? You guys know, don't you? I've got notices on my property. Belongs to me. My sweat equity. brought that piece of metal out there, not theirs, and they don't have the rights. I haven't contracted with any of them to put anything on my. So if you don't notify these demons, then they will go ahead and do exactly what they want to do. We are the ones with the power, we're the control. But if you relinquish that and hand it over to them, then trust me, they'll turn you out, turn you over, turn you in. They don't care. All right, Mayu.
You know, I ended on this, just coming off my thought right now. We have to work on our own perception of life, because as long as we do that and we update our perception of self and everybody else, then we can live peacefully, in love and harmony, and and be in a state of gratitude. Yeah, blessings, fam.
Yeah, so
All right. Just having like saying, he's saying to me, wrap up. One of them ones here. So yeah, it's a flip, no rehearsal, no script, no acting going on, and keep working on your mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals. Because the day you're with you,
spiritually,
you don't know, bro and sis, stay bliss. STS and Lady Crown over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.
Peace.
Have a strong day.
Have a strong day.